Hello, everybody. This is Maria, and this is the Idol Downtime podcast. I'm here with DX, and I am here with Derek, and I am here with Meta, and I am here with Colin, and the very wonderful guest we have with us today, Ruka. Say hi,
Ruka,
everybody.
yay!
Yo, what's up?
Hello.
Yo, what's up? What's
People
up?
this time. Woo!
Hey.
What up? What up? What up, Ruka? What
Hey.
up? How you
Yeah,
doing?
How you
what's
doing?
going on?
Good. I'm doing good.
That's right.
Enjoying the vibes because to everybody watching, like we had the most wonderful pre-recording today. We are all just very happy, very hyped.
We did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like Mete, how are you today?
I am doing fantastic now.
Why? Why? Why
Yeah,
are you
what
doing
happened?
fantastic? Please
Yeah,
tell
what happened?
us.
What happened?
Is there a reason to it?
No.
Yes, give us a reason.
Sure. So today I had my final exam of the semester. It was in Japanese, an oral exam, and I got an A. So I'm very
Awesome.
happy.
おめでとう。
おめでとう。おめでとう。
合格しました。合格しまし
ありがと
た。合格しまし
パチパチ
た。
パチパチパチパチパチパチパチ。
Yeah.
You know what? Meta,
Mm.
there's vodka in this Dr. Pepper. I'm getting effed up for you. I'm getting so effed up. You guys didn't see it, but what you guys were watching, but you didn't see, I like did it so fast. I heard put vodka in. You guys, I'm so fast you didn't see it.
You must be like, I don't know, spirit siblings or something, because that happened to my tea as well. I just have, just in case I had it near me. And
Kampai, Maria, kampai. Here, kampai.
乾杯。
To Meta, kampai. Katong.
ありがとうござい
I
ます。
don't drink, so I just got
Yes.
water.
I
Same.
don't have any.
Just a
Oh,
simple
Ruka,
beer. Just a simple
Ruka,
beer.
Colin, kampai. Except you're not really supposed. I don't. Wait. I don't think you're supposed to toast water. Isn't there like a Japanese tradition that says like if you do that you'll die or something?
Well,
good thing, good thing
That's
we are
quite
not
grim.
Japanese.
That's
Yeah,
quite
that's
grim
right.
actually. So yeah.
That's right.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
That's right. That's right.
that
So-
counteracts.
Meta,
Does anybody
wait,
else-
hold on. Meta, sorry. Give us some Japanese, since
Yeah.
you studied it all. Speak to us in Japanese. I want to hear the language that I hear every single day and get frustrated that I don't understand what anyone's saying. Please tell us some more.
Pressure.
What would you like me to say?
Group pressure. Group pressure.
Anything.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you love about idols in Japanese. Go ahead, give us a full,
Hey, enough
full
torturing
thesis
Meta.
dissertation.
あ
Let's
の、
not
そして、
torture
どうして
Meta
アイドル
anymore.
が好きですか
Weakness.
You're conducting the whole
I'll try one
exam
sentence.
for her here.
I'll try one sentence, and
Okie dokie.
it's gonna be horrible because my pronunciation is not good.
そうなんだ。
But,
Alright.
私はアイドルが大好きです。アイドルはキラキラの人ですから、アイドル大好き。
そうなんだ。でも、あなたの推しメンバー誰ですか
BNK48 のツアープランです。
ああ、そうなんだ。
で
お
も、AKB の中で、ユイハンが大好きです。
おー
あー
面白いな。
ユイハン。
ユイハンだ。
いいね。
いいね。
すごい。すごい。
I will finish now because I had an exam 2
Yeah,
hours
okay,
ago.
okay, okay,
Enough
okay.
torturing Meta. She already had her exam. She
Yes,
doesn't
I
need a second one. Yeah. Okay.
Now you can enjoy.
Does anybody else have something to share before we go on to the show?
Well, I'm almost up for COVID vaccination, so that's pretty good as well.
Yay! I'm getting effed up twice for you. That's that second time I'm getting effed up.
Yeah, it's almost
Just an
over for
excuse
me.
to drink.
It's almost over for me and my parents, basically. So I'm really
Good
looking
job.
forward. So
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. Even though
Yeah,
I
I
hate
don't-
needles, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay.
Also, Derek, slow down with the drinking. You're gonna black out by the time we're over.
That's okay because I have a little friend here with me.
Oh wow, nice.
He'll
Awesome.
take care of me.
Oh,
Hello. Yeah, it's a sloth.
Sloth, okay.
It's what I'm gonna be here in a few minutes if I keep drinking. So this will be me. So I'm just gonna do this the whole time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me. It's an improvement,
Well,
right?
No.
Definitely.
Well, you're more
そんなこ
fluffy.
とないよ。そんなことないよ。
Yeah.
Effed up, and gone.
That works.
But since we are talking about reasons to get drunk, one more thing we have to celebrate is Sakura, Nako, and Hitomi returning to the 48 group.
Oh yeah,
Turn.
the
They
return is
are
here.
officially back.
Yep.
Officially back. even if it's temporarily for Sakura, you know.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are back.
okay.
They're
They
back
are
for
back.
now.
So basically, yeah, they've all performed now. Sakura and Nako even twice, you know. They've had.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember what the events were where they performed. Sorry, I'm very sorry to all the HKT fans.
They've
You
done
know,
something since they
I
came
think
back.
I know. I think it was for their anniversary stage
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
theater.
anniversary
It was
stage,
like their 10th anniversry, and Moriyasu Maruka's graduation
Yep.
concert.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
then
that's right.
they did Let's Go Hakata, an event for Thai fans yesterday. It was like a
Cool.
live
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And Hitomi performed at the Tandaku concert at the last one, I'm pretty
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so awesome. That was awesome.
She had
Yeah.
her own thing. But we get
So,
to
DX.
that concert later.
So let's start with Sakura and Nako. Who wants to start off talking about them? Anybody?
I kind of want to go with Hitomi first, so I'll.
Oh, let's go with
Wait.
Hitomi then.
For
What do you
me-
have to talk about?
Well, I've seen the Tandoku concert, or rather, I've seen Hitomi's part from the Tandoku concert, and what I could tell when she performed Yomin Choroku, the difference in skill level and performance level between Hitomi and the rest of her team is actually quite staggering. And whilst during her segments, she had the infamous face, "One more thing," and every fan was like, "No, not graduation."
Yeah.
But it was more innocent
Yeah.
than it was more innocent than expected, and it was just
Oh, that's
basically-
right. I remember that.
It was just
Hitomi's
her
evil.
reciting her. It was just her reciting a letter she made, and from what I could tell from the concert and the interview she had for Tojiki broadcasting station, is basically she is back within AKB48, and for some reason I have a feeling good things are to come, but we'll go into that later. In any case, I've seen her segment, and I still have to say the difference in level is quite staggering, and I have a feeling she is going to be more of a captain type as well from here on out to raise the level of the other
Oh.
members. That's the feeling I am having. And I don't think she is going to be in Team 8 any longer. I think she is going to transfer in the near future to one of the main teams, AKB or 4. Most likely A, to be honest.
She's in the team already.
She's a canon at the moment, right?
Yeah, Kenny
Yeah.
is Team B.
Yeah,
B.
in B. Yeah, but I have a feeling she might transfer to A as the flagship team in a way. So
Let's do that.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. For me, like with her solo performance, I absolutely loved it. She slayed it. She did amazing performing, you know, a four-person song alone. Absolute respect. But also I noticed the outfit was so big for her. I think it's the same because she has performed the song solo before as well, before Ice One, and I think it was the same outfit. And we all know she has lost a lot of weight.
Yep, that's a given.
So the outfit was, you know, more than a tiny bit big for her. And also, she's the rate at which she dyes hair is insane. Like
yeah.
just before going to Japan, she dyed it pink, and then now it's back to like, you know, white.
White, I think.
And yeah, and she's also, and I think she's planning on dyeing it again. And an interesting thing is she has now extensions in her hair, and I think the reason she got them is at one point, I think on Mobama, she asked fans, like, do you prefer my hair, you know, long or short? And the resounding answer was, we like your hair long, which I assume she asked it, you know, like, should I get extensions or should I not?
Yeah,
Which, you know,
basically, most likely.
master at fan interaction is what Hee-chan is, seriously. And I'm just really happy, and I really hope AKB is going to push her. Like, I'm gonna have some words with management if she's just gonna be left to just be, seriously. Okay, more opinions. Ruka?
No, yeah, I was again really impressed by that performance because, like you said, doing a song that's like for a 4-person unit by herself when she had done it previously when it was part of a unit, when it was 4 people, and now she's doing it on her own is really impressive. Also, not only that, but I thought it was really sweet that she did a duet with Oda Erina because the two of them are really close and they did Omoide no Hotondo.
Yeah.
And that was just really sweet because you could see them like starting to tear up towards the end of the song and holding hands. It was just so sweet and so cute. So yeah, when there was that little moment of like, oh, is she gonna announce graduation? But she's like, no, I gotta let her. Ota Eri was so torn up about it.
Yeah.
Don't do that! Don't scare me like that again!
Yeah, it's such an
She was
infamous
like, "Oh,
phrase.
no."
It's such an infamous phrase. One more thing. But continue.
One more thing.
No.
So,
No,
who
but
next?
yeah, immensely happy that Hee-chan is back.
Yeah. And who next? Derek?
Yeah, I mean, I actually caught that performance as well with Hichan, and I agree with DX. I thought her talent level was ridiculous. Like it's like she grew up or something. But I think like where she's at now, it might take a couple years for a large majority of the members that join AKB's units to get to that level, unless they're like naturally talented, naturally gifted, like some idols tend to be right before that. I mean, because there's like some girls that I think they're just born to be idols. Like they get it, they understand it, and then there's girls that they can't dance if their life depended on it, and girls can't sing and all. And so for Hichan to go over to Korea, advance her skills in a non-traditional sort of way that most idols might do in order to advance themselves, I thought it was very impressive for her to come back and display that at such a great level. However, it does make me wonder though if that's gonna put so much pressure on her teammates that they're gonna be like, we can't do this, because again, if you're in the room and you're struggling to play, the trumpet, and here's Mr. Virtuoso over here, just like
Yeah.
you just be like, it might be
Also-
very discouraging. So
But I would
I don't
also
know.
like to add, this might be what AKB at the moment needs. That rivalry, that
Yeah.
need
That's
to.
true.
I need to do better right now. I need to push myself. I need to outdo myself. I think that's something AKB at the moment really, really needs for the girls to have that drive.
That's true. I could agree with that.
So who more? Colin, Meta, which one of you wants to go?
So Meta can go first.
Colin's muted.
I was really happy to see Hee-chan back. I watched all of the concerts this weekend, so I got a really, really to watch Teammate. Super tired. But it was so nice to see her back on stage, showing off all the things she's learned. It was great to see her do AKB songs again
Yep.
with Teammate in the concert, just doing it in the Teammate uniform. So many good pictures came out of that concert.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Illegal pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it happened. They were great.
Yeah.
Don't break rules when you're going to concerts. It's bad.
Please do. Please do. Give me pictures. Please.
But I think Hee-chan has the potential of being someone who's going to help AKB achieve the goals they have announced they intend to make later on. So, but it depends on how management wants to utilize her with the other members, because regardless of how Hee-chan was viewed before she left for Korea, she is now undoubtedly one of the most popular members in the group. So I hope the best for Hee-chan, and I hope to see her front and possibly center in the future.
And Colin, you have anything to say?
Yeah, the funniest thing is that I don't have particularly much to say about Hee-chan, but more what we already said with her performances at the Team 8 concert and in relation to Oda Arena. That Team 8 concert was the last of all the prefectures, and it was a great concert. It was
Yep.
so
Was.
not every Team 8 member was there, I think, but what they did, that was probably my favorite part, and it ends up in relation towards the whole thing. That they even had like 5-second video clips of all the former Team 8 members like Ota now and such, which was really awesome. With the point being that seeing them all for that last concert, including Hee-chan, was so awesome for them. Because Hee-chan is not someone I have that much of an interest in. I'm curious what will happen now that she is back. But other than that specific performance, that was a good performance. Not my kind of song, but she did give a good performance. It made me just very happy to see Team 8 as completed as can be. And just being happy with that they finally managed to do all those prefecture concerts that they wanted to do and see what they will do next. That was that's pretty much it in regards to Hee-chan for me. I'm curious, but if nothing ends up happening, I'm not too worried or anything.
And also, we mentioned before that there was illegal pictures taken of Hee-chan. A fan side of her snuck in with a camera and managed to take quite a few pictures without getting caught. And the normal fan side quality pictures. And what do y'all think about that? Like, because it is banned. I personally am of the opinion that the ban of pictures is kind of absurd. I want my pretty pictures. So what do you all think?
I'm kind of mixed on it actually because it kind of depends on the context. I'd rather not see it because I'm someone who'd rather enjoy the concert than stand by with the camera all the time. But at the 2588 concert I went to, there was actually a special section in the set list where people were actually allowed to take pictures with their phones basically. And in that section, everyone was ready with the phones, and it was like for 20 minutes or so. Then I don't mind because it's been sanctioned by management basically. But for the rest of the concert, I'd rather not do it because I'm personally more of an opinion that I want to enjoy the concerts than rather than with the camera all the time. But as for the picture wise, there's also the fact that management might want to sell the pictures themselves in bundled in the concert guide or content booklet, basically, as a reference kind of thingy for you went there and these are the pictures and you can spot them in the booklet, basically. So I'm kind of torn on this one personally. So I'd rather not do it, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't take pictures myself, but I'm happy that somebody's taking the pictures so I can see them basically. So, any more opinions on this, or are we gonna move on to Sakura and Nako? Oh, Derek.
Well, I mean, speaking from working on the idol management side and stuff, I also agree with you, Maria. Like, I think it's a little bit absurd a lot that like so many idols have rules about like no filming, no pictures. I think there's 3 rules in the idol world, and like rule number 3, these are rules I made up, by the way, but rule number 3 is as an idol group you are destined, it's your goal, it's your motivation to make as little money as possible as an idol group. And I swear to God, because like just the absurdity of some of the things that happen like this. Like this is gonna sound like it doesn't relate, but I promise you it does. I'm about to start working with this idol who I really like. She's been around forever. She's got a lot of foreign fans, and she has a ton of merchandise to sell. And her manager only wants me to sell 3 CDs out of like a ton that she has. And she has shirts, pins, stickers, and it's like that's it, just 3 CDs. And I asked them like, are you sure that's what you want to do? And they're like, yeah, that's all we want to sell to foreign fans right now. And it's like, oh, so in other words, you're following rule 3. You don't want to make any money because 3 CDs is nothing. The fans that come to my website and will buy those 3 CDs up in like a day. So it's just like I think it extends into this idea that like there's a tight system of control with idols when they're produced, and as you get higher up on the production chain of idols, especially major companies, they are very restrictive about what they allow and not allow. I think it all ties into this fact that they want to really control things, like as DX said, for example, want to sell the photos. I totally understand it because like if you have like a really nice iPhone, you can go into or you can go into this place, take a really good quality picture. You can go get it printed out anywhere here in Japan for super cheap, and it'll be like just like you have a brand new glossy photo picture. So I can understand that, and I can also understand the fact that if you tell them it's okay, you can take pictures, fans aren't going to come in there with their iPhones. They're going to come in there with DSLR cameras, full setups, fucking.
That's what fan sites are doing.
Sorry.
That's what fan sites are doing, essentially. They are coming with cameras.
Idol fans are insane, and this happens a lot. Like at the idol shows on the Chica World where they allow it, you got the fans up front. Like they are legit. They're coming in with cameras more expensive than cars. I'm not even exaggerating. And like they take amazing pictures, Most of the time, though, they just keep it for themselves. I never see them posted. But it's like that's insane, and that also gets a little bit obstructive. Like as a fan, you're trying to watch, and they're they're here trying to get these pictures. You're like, oh my god, just stop. So usually there are designated spots for them. But even then, I can understand the logic of that. But I also kind of think, well, I mean, all promotion's good promotion, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'd like to say, like with in the Chico world, like the fans keeping the speeches to themselves. It's like because I think you don't like really have the culture of fan sites that is in K-pop that he should now has fan sites who do they take pictures, post them, sell make some kind of stuff from them, maybe some banners and so on. Which they take those pictures to share them. I'd say, and I'd also say the fan sites take better pictures most of the time than staff hired to do it because the
Yep.
fans like they know the choreo, they know the girl, they know which angle the girl looks best at, they know which point in the choreo they have to snap a picture.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. But yeah, I hope AKB will maybe start allowing fan sites to come because
Seeing
I
that
will.
Sakura's GradCon though, so it might be like a test project for the future
Yeah,
as
could
well.
be.
Yes.
There was
Very-
one, yeah, there was one Twitter user I remember who went to Team 8 concert all the time, and he had this huge DSLR, and I think his pictures were also featured in a Japanese program. I can't remember for the life which one it was, but I do know
No,
his Twitter
I think I
handle.
know who you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
Reitaros, that one.
I don't know the name, but I have a sense of
Yeah,
who that person.
but
I think I know.
yeah, this Twitter user, he posted so many good quality Team 8 pictures. His Twitter handle was Reitaros at the time. I'm not sure if he's still around or not, but those pictures were a rival of some of the companies the management hires to take pictures. It was like, wow. So yeah, it really depends. It still is a torn feeling for me, but that's what thing that still stands by me to this day, basically. So
Yeah. From a fan point of view, who can't go to the events myself, I'm just give me all the pictures. But it's kind of understandable why they would ban it, but just please, please. Okay.
We want
Moving
more,
on from
more to consume.
yeah. Moving on from Heat-chan, Sakura and Nako are also back. And like, we talked about this last time, it got leaked. Sakura did announce graduation. And she's set to graduate in like 20 days from now, I think.
yeah, something like that. I think, yeah.
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 So not that long. She's gonna, release a photo book, all the good stuff, and yeah, they performed at. I think we already mentioned where they performed, and yeah, any opinions?
For me, I saw a couple of backstage pictures taken by the members themselves, and I still can't get enough ever of Nakomiku. Basically, those two were already those two were already tied together. Basically,
So much.
I miss
Yeah,
those two
they're
so
so
much.
cute.
Yeah, I miss those two so much. It's not even funny at this point. So having them interact with each other again, it made me feel great actually. So that's one of the pictures I've actually posted on the community page on YouTube. I was like, I'm not sure how long it'll last, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it as much as I can.
Yeah, and Sakura and Murashiga have also been tied at the hip.
Yeah.
They also did like a duo performance of
High
what was
tension, wasn't it?
High
High
tension.
tension.
When Murashiga was playing the part of an Iceman fan and had like the rap part with like all new lyrics, about how amazing Sakura-chan is.
Sakura wa ore megami.
That's something that she would do.
Yeah,
That's
That was amazing.
yeah, it was. And yeah, Mette, what do
Oh, it
you
was
think?
a great concert. I watched the whole thing. So, but I only didn't watch Madoka's graduation concert. I only watched the 10th anniversary concert, and I forgot how many good song HKT has. I haven't listened to them in a long while, mainly because I mostly listen to CGM. I listen to BNK, and then they started doing like Otonaresa and Hatsukoi Butterfly. I was like, oh, you guys are so good. And then Namaki Lips came on. It's like, oh, why are you getting older? Why are you stay small? But it was a great concert. It was so much fun, and I'm happy to see that HKT is doing more things than what they did in the previous year, and I hope they will keep doing more going forward. Like they're doing request hour this summer, I think,
Yeah, I think so.
which is good. And
Ooh.
Sakura's graduation concert, for those who want to watch it and who are abroad like us, I think it's going to have English subtitles.
Oh wow.
And
Really?
the 10th anniversary concert had that as well. They were horrible, but they were understandable.
Okay.
So, you
Oh
know.
yeah, I noticed that like in that one clip of like during Shiga's rap part during
Yeah.
High Tension, the lyrics were timed very horribly.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I have a theory. Maybe like they did Japanese subs, and then it was just like auto translate to English.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
almost
Yeah,
could have
well,
been.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
But still more than nothing. Still
course.
more than
Fair.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ruka. And
No, yeah, I basically said everything I thought. Like, yeah, like the two of them being back is awesome. Nako and Miku being together again. I saw the pictures of that and that was cute. And yeah, Sakura and Shiga, that is a testament of their friendship, what Shiga did during that concert. That is just a testament to how much she loves Sakura and how much she supports her.
oh, this reminds me of Sakura. Like I think on Mobame talking about like you're like, yeah, Murashiga liked me and Jaeon likes me, and no, this isn't a love triangle. I'm just popular.
Oh my god.
You know? Yeah. Colin, your opinion?
I don't really watch anything of HKT, so I don't have an opinion about
Okay.
it.
Okay. Sometimes we know your tastes, and you watch what you like, and you
That's
leave
true.
what and you leave what you aren't that interested in. Derek.
Yeah, I mean, I Nakumiku, like a long time ago when we were on 48 podcast or 48 talk, like I definitely we talked a lot about them.
Yep.
I particularly really huge fan of them and everything. So super happy to see that. I was in love with that. Also, I've always been a huge fan of Miyashige and like, have definitely called her out many times for things. And it's smart of her to attach herself to Sakura-tan because
Yeah.
when your star isn't as bright, you attach to a brighter star, therefore you become brighter by their glow. So that was really smart of her to do early on. But if you ever watch like Otakake, you could just tell like those two were always at each other. Like Yoshige like pretty much annoyed Sakura-tan
Yep.
initially, but it grew into this like love thing, and it was very cute. Which I thought was cool. But I feel for me the big thing that was just a little bit difficult for me is the fact that Sakura came back, and I really was hopeful. I'm thinking, oh, good, like she's gonna come back. If she stays, like AKB has a future, like they have a chance because this girl is such a powerhouse. And she's like, nah, peace out. And so it's like, I get it, I totally get it because Sakura's like a huge star. Like she has many more opportunities that are gonna far exceed anything AKB can give her at this point. So I always knew that was gonna be a risk, but I have two concerns about that. One is that it's not going to turn out that way. I think Sakura-tan's not going to get the kind of offers that like the Yuko Oshimas and the Maeda Atsuko's of AKB got. Like she'll get some stuff for a little bit, but I'm curious where she is heading for her future in that regard. So that's concern one. When you go out there by yourself, that's a lonely road to walk if you don't have a real good plan. And I haven't quite heard the plan yet. And then number two is I have to sneeze. No. And so sorry about that. And so the other concern is that, well, now who's going to take over the reins in AKB? Like who is? I really had hoped it was going to be her. So
But I would like to say that
Sorry.
I agree with you to a point, and it would have been amazing to have Sakura, leading the charge.
Hmm.
But I also feel like if Sakura had stayed, AKB management would have done the mistake on over fixating on her, and it's still, going, oh, we have Sakura now, everything is fine, we don't need to develop the future like they have been doing for a long, long time. And that would have been a big danger had she stayed, I think.
Yeah, it might have been a danger. Yeah, I agree. But I also think like she represented a lot of star power that they needed.
Yeah.
I think anything coming into the AKB system at this point is good. Whether it's a big star or maybe a really well written song for a change, maybe an old duo coming back to make us all happy. Anything is good at this point because they're on life support, So for them to come back with somebody like Sakura, that's a big injection of medicine into what they need to fix their all the brokenness of the entire idol group itself. But I feel like her leaving so fast. I don't know. I kind of hope she would at least have stayed around for like a half a year or something and just kind of gave us a little bit of hope. For her to announce that fast, it's like she's definitely saying to us, like, look, I got other plans. It's nice for her she didn't leave so quickly in the sense she was like, hi, bye. Like, she's at least giving some time to this. So that's cool. But I just feel it's not enough to at the same time. Like, I really wanted to see her come back and like start wrecking stuff and being like, yo, I got this. And like, be this new mature developed Sakura that we can like kind of overlook that she can't dribble a basketball or walk or run properly.
Yeah,
You know?
Those are days, yeah.
Well, but what can we do
We'll see.
in the end? I think she probably has some plans. She just isn't telling them to us. As
Very
of right
curious
now.
what they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now that we have welcomed back, the long gone sisters of the AKB, well, we are now going to move on to the songs. Like just today, the song from Nona Diamonds, from the best singers of AKB, was released. I personally love the song. I wouldn't say it's like immortal song, like put it in the Hall of Fame, but I really liked it. I'm going to be listening to it a lot. I am a sucker for ballads. Give me a ballad, I will like it. And this is, better than the average ballad, I would say. I love the vocals in it. Like, especially from straight from the start, they come in harmonizing, and it's just so, so beautiful. Like, I only have one complaint, and that is the way they styled Nachan. I almost didn't recognize her.
Oh.
And I did not, and I did not like that. Yeah. Any other opinion? DX?
For me, I really liked the song as well. It was more like I didn't know what to expect beforehand because I saw the premiere date and the whole countdown thing. I was like, sure, I'll stick around and we'll see what happens. And then the song came on, and I felt like I was blown away by basically in 48 group song, and that hasn't happened in a long time, to be quite honest. And it was like they're going back to the technical stuff, so have a good voice first and showcase it basically, and that's what I did. And overall, I really like the song, and if this is the level they're going to be producing from now on, I'm all for it. So I really liked it. It's a keeper for me in my playlist basically, so I quite liked it.
Okay, who's next? How about Beta?
I liked it too. So recently, I've been listening to other Japanese artists, like the one who did Dry Flower, because it's a really nice song, and listening to like Aimyon, and I think her name is Eme or something. And this is very that kind of style music, and it's been really popular. Like Dry Flower has been like top of the karaoke list for people in like high school, I think, or young adults. And it's a really, really nice song. It's going into my playlist if it shows up on Spotify. I can hope. It would be nice, I guess, if you or Renal Awesome if you let us have it. And I'm happy to hear all of these great singers get to come together and do this kind of song. It's a good thing to have while we wait for the next big thing.
Yes, late. So who next? Colin, any opinion?
You're muted.
Muted.
Oh. Awesome. Awesome opinion. Wow, that was amazing.
That was the
Blow me
best
away,
opinion I've
Colin.
ever had.
Oh.
I would have never thought
never
you'd
going
have
to
this
talk.
opinion. I
It
didn't
was-
think you'd have this opinion.
No,
I really
me
didn't either.
neither.
Amazing.
I was hearing
Amazing.
it and I was thought, damn, this is awesome. This is the best opinion I've ever had. The thing is, I wasn't even aware this was a group. I when DX shared it, I was like, is this some other group? But no, it's from AKB because it's from the singing competition, which I didn't care for. It's just not really an interesting competition to me. So I wasn't really aware that this was a group. But I checked it out anyway. It was a very nice looking MV. It was very beautiful in a way. The song itself, great vocals. They sounded really great. Did I like the song? No, not really. It's not really the kind of song that I would listen to. Funny enough, just doesn't really have anything to offer for me. But it is. I would say that this is a quite good quality. It's just not for me in any way. Though it was nice. I hope if they maintain such quality for the future releases for whatever, that would be a good thing. And that's it. With the exception of the awesome opinion of earlier, which you never heard. I can never
Yes.
copy it anymore.
Yes. Okay, for the next, how about the DX?
I already gave my opinion.
Oh, Steph.
You
Wait,
were confused by
Wait,
me.
Yes.
I can go because I haven't
Ruka,
gone
you
yet.
go next. Ruka, you go next.
So yeah, I was similar to DX, blown away by this, mainly just because like I momentarily forgot that I was listening to an AKB group. Like this doesn't sound like a song that AKB would do. This is like so different, and I mean that in the best way possible because they sounded amazing, all of them. Like you sometimes forget because you know them as like, being like the cutesy singing type idols. You forget some of them can like sing their butts off. And they sounded amazing in this. So yeah, I was just blown away by that and just made me so happy to listen to.
Yeah. So, and last, definitely not least, Derek.
Yeah, so like I'm kind of the opinion that Colin had, the first one that we couldn't hear because it was amazing.
Of course.
No,
course.
no, like here's the thing, like okay, so it's a ballad, so automatically I don't like it. Like it's like if it's a ballad, I'm just in my ear out the other ear. I just don't find ballads to be all that interesting as a whole. It's very rare if I actually like a ballad. So if we just put that aside for a moment, quality wise, yes, great. Girls sound wonderful. Of course they do. They you have like the cream of the crop. I mean, Wasserman would have been proud. Wasserman would have looked down from her Unca heaven and been like, "Yes, I bless thee." And so, like, I get it. I totally get it. Like, it's you have the top there. I have to say now, Firahata now sounded ridiculously good in it. She stuck out to me more than any of them. Although, of course, Nana, she's impossible to like overcome and usurp. She's just like a goddess among us. But that being said, there was no hook to the song. There wasn't anything special about it that made me go, "Oh, that's interesting." I'm all about creativity, and so for me, like if I can compare it to an old song that I don't even know if this qualifies as a ballad, but like Namie Amaro's Contrail. Like if you guys know that song, Contrail sounds like a ballad to me, but then it has this like just ridiculously like build up with drums and like orchestra, and like it builds and builds and builds until it just slams you with this huge chorus, but it has a ballad kind of structure. That's how I would do a ballad. And I thought, like, if you're gonna take these girls that all can sing, give them something to like belt out. Like this is the case where instead of going ballad route, I would have went like the whack route, like that. You Kieran went. Like I would have gotten like a power alt rock idol ballad because these girls can actually belt it out. Like my favorite, my all-time favorite idol group is Yanakoto Sotomuto or Yanamyu, and Yanamyu's like lead singer Naracha has like a voice that surpasses anybody on this planet. I mean, really, she has the voice of God. And like, she's so tiny and so small, but that voice that comes out of her is bigger than all the mountains on this planet. And their songs are very much structured around that delivery that Naracha gives every single song. And you have several Narachas in this song. I mean, all those girls can hit those notes. So like, people forget sometimes AKB actually does have like really incredibly talented singers among them. And so if I was their art director, I would not have chosen a ballad. That's too obvious. That's too easy. It's like, oh, hey, we have great singers. Let's give them a ballad because that showcases vocals. But I think that's the wrong move. I think at this point, it's 2021. We've had 4 billion ballads. Let's do something a little more creative. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but I can definitely understand you, but I think this really is, a difference in taste of music because, like, for me, this really tugged at the heartstrings. Like, the harmonies, and like just the melody as well was so goddamn beautiful. And especially like in the ending, it was just, the high notes and how it all flowed so beautifully. Because I would say, like, if it was just like, any ballad, I would agree, like, don't do a ballad. but this was a good ballad, I would say. So I'd say for those who like ballads, ace in the hole. And if somebody doesn't like ballads, there's nothing you can do basically. So that's just that. Yeah. But talking about what we would like for a song to be, AKB announced the next single.
Finally.
God damn,
Yes.
finally! The
Yes.
58th single, AKB Only Senbatsu.
A miracle.
About time. It's about time.
Surprising.
Yes. And I would just like to say, I only have one requirement for this single. One. There is only, and that is that there is only two sentences I will accept as, acceptable. And well, one is Yuna double center, and the other is Vikan. Yuna, if AKB wants to go, we are going to reinforce the current fandom. We want to, maybe go really solid, maybe draw in some new fans, but not that. But we aren't going to go that extreme. Just we're going to go solid. Hee-chan, if they want to show, we are going all out. We want new fans, just more new attention, and all other choices will be inferior in my eyes. After I've said this, really strong and kind, really, final thing, Meta, what do you think?
I would like to see Yuna center. I would like to see Hee-chan center. I think this is gonna be. I'm only speculating, but I think this is gonna be Yu or Zuki centered, mainly because that's the AKB we've known for like the past couple of years. But regardless, I am so happy for an AKB only Senbatsu. It's about time to give more members of AKB the chance to step up into Senbatsu. And it's the perfect timing for going after saying goodbye to Mi-chan and coming out with that Tandoku concert, going 48 songs in a row with basically
Yep.
no break,
Mm-hmm.
and saying, we are now the AKB48, we are going forward. And I want this song so bad to be a statement, not necessarily like a girl power song, but I want this single to be the statement of, this is us, this is the new AKB, we are the ones who are standing on the shoulders of our senpais, and we will be the shoulders for the next generation to stand upon. And that would be nice. I want a good song. I want Manaka to be in the Senbatsu. That
Oh,
would
yeah.
be nice.
Yep.
Just please, because I know Yuhan is probably going to be it, unless she has a play again.
Yeah, again, yes.
Again.
Yes.
We're being sad
Pity,
since she
but yeah.
wasn't at the Tandoku. But
Mhm.
yeah, just give us a good song, give us a good MV, and please give us a direction for AKB to move forward towards.
On this, I have a question for you. Like for the
Mm.
senbatsu, like overall, like how would you like it to be? Like would you like it to be mostly like new members, mostly the more established members, or like how would you like it?
I think, and we talked about this earlier, but when you mentioned Kyoki did half and half of first gen, second gen when they got their second gen.
Yeah.
And I would like something similar. We don't have a first, second gen type of situation, but I would like to have those well established members in there, like like Yukirin and Mutotomu, those kind of people. Saho, of course.
Mhm.
But I also want more of the 16th generation to get a chance, like Satomina and Manaka.
Mm.
I want those people who have also kind of fallen behind since AKB focuses on promoting so many people to get a chance to be in Senbatsu. Not necessarily like, I don't think Manaka would ever be front row first single Senbatsu, but in the third row and having something to go, here are our pole bearers, here are the core, here's the people who will come and take over. I want that
Yeah.
kind of Senbatsu
Yeah.
Mm.
in
Like
my dreams.
I really like your thinking. Next, how about Colin?
Actually, when it comes to Senbatsu, I get to that later. Remind me, because otherwise I'll
Yeah.
go all over the place. I'm very happy with the 58 single. I was holding out hope that they would announce it, but if they didn't end up doing it, that would have been fine. But I was very excited that they did anyway. The concert was awesome. Tendoku concert was really great. Even though not all the songs were songs I loved, there still had a few ones that I really do, and the performances were great. The members were awesome. Yukirin did everything, from what I've heard. She did the set list. She did everything. That's just awesome. That shows how awesome G really is. When it comes to the single, I was so surprised, more by the fact that they are going to do an AKB only one. I would not have seen that coming, not for an A side. I didn't think that they would do that, but after all this, because of the whole Corona thing, I feel that they wanted to do something different, and I think this is very interesting. I'm very happy. I still don't really believe it, which is really weird. And I'm very excited for it. Who is in it? Well, I do agree more or less with Mette. I think that is a very good idea. I don't really know who the center will be. I doubt Zuki, only because she was the center for the 57 single. I don't think they want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Bruno also has long-term memory. I don't think so.
But she will probably be in it. Definitely, she will be in it. I hope that they do something balanced. I would say 25 members seems fair. Maybe they will do a double center. The last time they did that was Negai, which was for Sukinanda 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Something
I want to
like
say 3
that.
years ago.
That long.
2018.
2017 was Negai. I have it.
18. Wasn't it 2018?
No, that was the year of Jabaja, Teacher, and Sentimental Train, and No Way Man. So the year before that was Negai. But that's 4 years. That makes it only longer. I would say maybe they would do something like that, or maybe not. It's been a while. Usually they have a repeat in that sense. But I would like Yui Han in it, and Tomu would be awesome. So all the captains, that's just do it. That's the basic. Yui Han, of course. Sakantoku, that is Mion now. But
that's Mion,
also Mion is great. She was really awesome during the whole concert. If there was 2 other members I would really like to have in it, it would be Megu and Fukuoka Sena. I think Sei-chan was absolutely awesome during the concert, and Megu is just someone I absolutely adore. So, of course, I want them to be in it. But if I would list off everyone that I would want, that will be a long list. Because there are too many. But I would hope that at least the captains, Mion included, Yukirin, Yui Han, just for the senpai feeling. And I really hope it's a great song. I'm not going to judge, it's been a year and a half since the last song. It needs to live up to that expectation. I don't want to do that because that will be bad. For me, that's just the way that I see it. But I really hope that it's a likable song, regardless how they do it. The MV doesn't matter all that much in relation to the song. I just hope that the song is great, or at least something that I think, it's great, not for me, but I'm happy that it brings a lot of positive attention. But I really look forward to it. We will be waiting a long time for it.
Yeah.
September, it will be released. Something. I give it. That's something. It will be a while. That's 4 months. 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. 4 months. So it's coming. Take a while, but it's coming. I'm curious. I wonder when they will announce new things, because they don't have anything particular planned. Not like concert, but who knows what will happen. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy, very excited. I hope it will be something I can be very positive about. That's for sure.
So for the next one, how about Derek? You tell us what you think.
Well, I think, Colin, just to say, like, one of the things about making announcements right now, you have to understand the Olympics are coming up. They don't look like they're being canceled.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think AKB wants to compete with that commercial storm that is literally all anybody's talking about here. Mostly the people are talking about not having it here. Everyone's like, please cancel it. But it's right now, like, AKB doesn't want to, like, if that's actually a very smart move on their part to go a little bit radio silent. Wait till September when, boom, it's all done. So I get that. That's actually very smart of them to do that. One of the few smart things they've done in recent time. But I would say, as far as this single goes, like, for me, there's really one member that needs to be in it. The only one that matters, and that is Tani Marika. So as long as she's in it, I'm good.
She must be in the AKB only.
AKB only. AKB.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry, drinking. I'm drinking too much. I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk right now. I'm getting my groups mixed.
In K-pop, this is what we call bias. There is bias.
No.
So once Tani Marika leads them, it's gonna be great. Oh wait, she's not it. No,
He's
so
so
okay,
drunk.
so here's the thing. Chance no Juban, it's been that long since
Yep.
we've had an
Yes.
AKB. Oh
Yep.
my god, that's
Insane.
insane. That
10
is
years.
insane. Very smart gimmick right away. I don't say gimmick. Gimmick implies cheapness. I think it's a very cool promotional idea. I feel like that's a good start. All right. And again, as always, with every single release AKB gives, I'm always hopeful that it'll be what I'm looking for. I'm usually always disappointed at this point, but it's okay. Like I'm hopeful because an AKB only single. It kind of doesn't. I know it's gonna sound weird for me to say this. It kind of doesn't need to be like super creative level stardom, because it's just AKB like saying, "Yo, we're back." Like, hey, we're trying to get picked up. That's got to be good on some level. Now, will I hate the song? I don't know. It depends how interesting and creative it is. If I was them, I would take this even a step further. You got all summer. You want to get this really packaged and done right. I mean, they could really think about giving us like a super hooky, insta classic song where the minute we hear that chorus, we're like, oh, we're in. Or even better, an insta classic verse. The best songs the AKB has ever put out has had those two things, like Everyday Katyusha. You cannot get that opening like salvo of instruments out of your head, banging into that verse, banging into that chorus. It's a 1, 2, 3 punch that they perfected for many years. And all they got to do is not necessarily be nostalgic and look back, but look at what's popular now. Look at what's kind of what we hear today, and maybe do something within that context, but give it the AKB twist. And I think they're going to have a solid hit. And if it works, they can use this to keep putting out a whole bunch of new singles that'll make us think, oh my God, like this is the new AKB. Wouldn't that be great? Like, seriously.
I
So
definitely
that's my
agree.
thinking.
I don't want the nostalgia single.
I
Nostalgia
kind of don't
single
either.
would be
You
just
know?
it
You
would be
had
just
it
more of the
already.
same, holding on to the past AKB,
Right.
the golden
Right.
ages. Just no, you aren't the past AKB anymore. You are AKB now. Don't make
Right.
music you
Right.
used
Yeah.
to make. Make music AKB makes now.
So
Yeah.
so in saying that, like, I want them to have the formula, like I'm saying, like
Yeah.
cool beginning intro, good verse, catchy chorus, with the pre-chorus where fans can mix and all that. But now, contemporary, like give us something, I don't necessarily need all the trumpets and everything else. Like, what's today? What would work for today? And
Yeah.
but it's like it's got to be banging. And as a reference point, what I think they would be keen to do is again turn to the Chica world because it's an endless source of innovation. They should look to the group called Gang Parade, or they Gang Parade's pretty much done at this point. They're now split into several different groups. But Gang Parade's earlier stuff, they had a lot of like feel to their songs that I swear to God is where AKB was headed. Like if AKB evolved, they would have evolved into Gang Parade. And because just of the sound, the structure, the way that they still stayed electronic in the sound, but they didn't necessarily go full rock. AKB could do that. And I think if they put out a song similar to like early Gang Parade stuff, they would get to that level where I think we could hear over and over and over again like something new that I think would really work.
So, and everybody else, what do you think? Like, what do you want the song to sound like? Anybody have any opinions on that? Aside from me and Derek, of course.
Yeah, okay. For me, I would like the sound to be a bit more on the EDM-y side, like USA, for example. If they put out a
Yes.
banger like that, I think that would work in today
The-
because
perfect.
nowadays is more EDM oriented, I would say. If I were to take a look around, or something like a Sukinanda, that would work today as well.
That
I
would work
think.
too.
And as for who I want to be in the Senbatsu, I'm kind of thinking of forming a new front line consisting of Honda Hitomi, Yuna, and Rikaichi Mion. And on the sides, I would say all the team captains. So that would be the front line. And for the second line and the third line, I would say all the incoming member. But what I am envisioning is a hard, basic structural core of Yuna, Honda Hitomi, Mikai Chibion, and all the team captains. That's the core, I would say, and built from that foundation basically. So have then the up and coming members like Suki and the like be under the guidance of this core. And I think if you're going to take it like that, then I think you could build towards the future, basically, because that's the one thing they've neglected in the past years. They always relied on members like Sashi, Sakura, and now they're gone. They have to start from scratch, basically. And now you have got a returning ace in the form of Honda Hitomi, and you already got aces like Murayama Rui and Okada Nana, and have them helped by all the team captains. I would say structure it like that, and I think you'll be doing great in the future, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They need to build like a strong core for, the fans to latch on to, for, even people who aren't fans to recognize. But I think they should throw in like one at the moment relatively unknown girl there. Like maybe like some of the very newest girls, just take one, put her among them too.
Yeah.
And then, so even the like, current fans will go like, ooh, who is she? Don't put her
Right.
center. Do
Yep.
not put her center. No way, do not put her center, but put her among, the core. So I'm like, oh, I need to keep an eye
Yeah,
on
like who's
her.
that, right? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Smart. Very smart.
Don't put her in
I
the
do the
center.
same.
That's over pushing. That will make, fans go like, why is she in the center? But that's too much. But just, oh, who's she? And I think Ruka, you haven't talked yet, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty much encompassing all of your opinions, because I very much agree with all of your opinions on this, on what I want the single to be. What I want most of all, more than anything, is I want to feel that passion behind it for this single. Like from the members, from the staff who are working on the song, everyone, I just want to feel that they're genuinely passionate about it. Not that they're just, doing this because it's like their job or whatever, like doing it to get a paycheck, or it's like, don't phone it in, basically. Like what I really think, maybe it is because part of the reason I fell out of AKB was just because I didn't feel that passion anymore. Like, there are definitely members who do have that passion still in them, and you feel that in them. But a lot of them, it's just like, I'm just doing it because it's my job, basically, is what I felt. And some of the girls aren't even doing anything because the staff aren't giving them anything to do. So, yeah, that's more than anything what I want, is to see them put that passion in, put that time in to actually get something good out would be amazing.
Yeah. With like the passion, I honestly feel like what would be really amazing is if they took, they pick the core members that they are going to push, and they get them involved in the making of the song. Not necessarily the production, but they get them involved. It's like in the discussion of what direction is the group going to go. Give the members some degree of control. Not, of course, they make all the decisions, but just like, oh, would you rather go have, a cute song or a bit more badass song? Like, which do you think suits you all best? Like, and that kind of stuff. Maybe, let them, read the lyrics over beforehand and go, no, I'm not really feeling this or that. Because if members have that little degree of control, they also feel more invested in the end product. And that's also where you get the passion from. What do you think?
I totally
For
agree
CGM.
with that.
So
Yeah, like me and Matt have been talking a lot. Like in CGM, Misurina, she's really putting so much into the group.
Yeah.
Like Meta knows much more about it than me. And do you have any opinion, like the AKB passion and so on?
well, I think we know there are people in AKB who loves AKB the same way, or in a similar way, like Izurina loves CGM48. So to give them a channel to have influence, it does, like you say, creates a bond that makes it stronger between members and group, and members and what they put out, and how they talk to us about what they're doing. We want the members to like being in this group. We want them to love being on stage, having fun, and shining on stage in front of us. And it works for CGM. Like, of course, they're not huge like AKB, but the passion that is in that group is amazing, and that's why it's so easy to just love all of them and what they put out.
Definitely. Colin, Derek, DX, any opinions on this?
I would say, given the fact that the last releases from AKB side weren't that great. I would say start with putting out really good songs and not the bland ones they've been
Yeah.
producing lately, basically. So I would say start with the songs first, and then the rest will follow suitly. I would say so. Put passion on the major on the A side releases first, and then take a look at the rest. I would say because you have to start with this music basically, and that hasn't been up to point at all lately. So let's start from the music. I would say.
Definitely. So, on the topic of the 58 single,
Oh,
anybody have more to say?
Derek. Yeah.
Derek! Yay,
Hello.
you go.
I'm here. So I think in terms of what was just said, like if you look at the early AKB members, they had a reason for doing what they did because if they didn't, AKB was gonna disappear. So their passion was born out of necessity, and you can tell the early AKB. I mean, just watching the docs, hearing the members talk about it, reflecting all that, it was very clear that they were on a huge mission to fill more than 7 seats in that theater every single day, and they did. They filled the Tokyo Dome and twice over, and I think even 3 times if I'm not mistaken, twice three, anyways. But like it's just you don't they had such a reason to do it. Now again, and this was hinted at in docs and stuff, and by other members, like some of the older senpai members that aren't with us anymore, they were saying like the new girls, they just got it, like they come in and the system's already there for them. They don't have to fight for it. They just have to slot themselves into the dance parts they're required to dance and the parts they need to sing. They got to remember, and that's it. Like, where are their challenges? Where is the 45 entertainment shows that they had a chance to think about to present themselves to create an identity for themselves? None of that exists. So if I was the management, again, I like thinking from this point because if I was their management, AKB would not be in the position they'd be in. I can guarantee you that. I would tell them all, look, we're gonna stop AKB in a year if you guys don't shape up and do something. And like I'm firing all of you, and we'll get new idols, and we'll see how fast they develop that passion. But that would be the mean way to do it. The lesser mean way and the lesser cruel way would be more like give them a goal. Give them a huge goal and try to make them obtain that, and not it be some abstract thing like let's make AKB great again.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no,
how?
no.
How? Like we're gonna put out a series of 5 singles and do this and X X X X and X. So I think like they need to be goal oriented. Early AKB was very goal oriented. What was the goal of AKB when they began? Do you guys remember? Here's a hint: the name of the blog.
Heroes you can meet.
Yep.
1-8.
Yeah, the Tokyo Dome filling basically.
Right. How many
30?
steps it was?
One
How many
18,000,
steps?
1800 something. I forgot
It's
the
1,830.
1833?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like the steps from their theater in Akihabara to the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they accomplished that in record time. But that was a goal. It was from the very beginning, even though initially they put that the title of the blog as a joke because they thought we'll never reach it. But it became a real thing once they started hitting Seibu Dome and they realized, wait, we can fill Seibu Dome. We could do this. And then they did. And like that was a huge goal. What does AKB have now? Nothing. So that's the problem. Like if you give them a huge goal or something to accomplish, I don't know, how about going to the Tokyo Dome again? Like
They've
once
said
it's
that
open for business.
recently. I think
Yeah, go
Mion
ahead.
said that it's Mion or Nachan that said that their next goal, I think they said it at the theater anniversary in December, we want to go back to Tokyo Dome.
There you go. Then they need to
There's
get on
also
that.
Another goal that I think they might have already set is taking back the throne from Nogi.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a great goal. I would love to see
Yes.
those two go at it. Have a big
Oh.
Nogi AKB concert. Oh my god.
But in this
Insane.
case, unless anybody has something more to say on the 58 single, anybody? Doesn't look like it. We can move on to AKB have, I think, announced a show that is about them beating Nogizaka.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
And I think Nachan also teased it by saying at the end of a concert, oh, we are going to take the throne or whatever back from Nogizaka. We're going to beat them. So that I really hope they really do try to fight towards it and go, yeah, because a rivalry is needed. sure, like you can say it's like, oh, mean if they are gonna start fighting, but it's like that's what these girls need. They need somebody who they really want to do better than. Something, like they gotta do better than me. Who are they?
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am a member of AKB.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Healthy
like
rivalry would be good.
yeah, they really, really need that. So, so let's say what do you think about it? Or Colin, whoever wants to go first.
Colin can go first since I was first last time.
What the song?
You did.
Song.
No.
Again?
There you
No,
go.
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
No, I
You're
wasn't.
fine.
You're good,
You're
we're
fine.
good,
You're
we're
fine.
good,
You're
never
fine.
mind.
You're fine. You're fine.
Of course, it would happen the second time. Because there's only a title reveal, I don't know what they will be doing. There's no further information other than an idea and a maybe title. They were like, yeah, maybe a title. We'll see. I'm curious what they will do, and how they will do it, and what they will do it. There's a good amount of curiosity there because they could take it a few ways. I'm not sure how they want to do it. It's one of those things where there's this feeling that I have that, and Jax has that too, where this is the tipping point
Yeah.
for a new era. So I'm curious, will they do something straightforward and what we all can imagine, or in some way, or is it something completely different but still, makes sense when you hear it, but you didn't think of it. I'm curious. I'll definitely watch it. I hope it gets subbed. But I'll watch it anyway. And I'm just curious. I think it's one of those things where I'm like, I hope they do something different with it. That something that really hits in some ways, or that really leaves an impression. Hopefully, a few episodes. I don't hope it's a one-off. But they could make it work. I don't know. But I do think that maybe a few episodes will definitely help, especially if it's including Nogizaka, which they probably do. It's all AKB, so that makes sense. But I'm just curious. I wonder what they will do. Will they do something smart and creative, or and something else, or is it just something a little bit more generic, straightforward? And if they will manage, well, I don't think they will beat in a sense, but a good challenge maybe. I wonder. I'm really curious.
Really hope they just take the two groups and just pit them against each other. But like for one, just in games, who can win dodgeball? Who can
That would be
climb
cool.
this
I like that.
climb
Yeah.
this mountain faster? Like who can jump the highest even? Just anything like that. But also but it also makes in other things like who can put them in a room full of non-idol fans, who can convert the most into their fan or
that's
something like
interesting,
that.
yeah.
I like that.
fun.
That's fun.
That
Yeah.
would be fun.
Just some just physical fun stuff, and others to who is the better idol here, that kind of competitions as well. So Derek.
Yeah, no, I both you guys, Colin and Maria, great. To be honest, like, I almost feel like even if they just put them in and have them do anything at this point, it would be fun because you have to understand, like, you're gonna stir up the Japanese fans, their rivalries. It'll get intense. Like, it won't get maybe necessarily Korea level, but it'll get intense. Like it'll get to the point where the Nogi fans are very fierce about their Nogi girls, and the AKB fans, they're the old guard. So they're like, they always feel like that entitlement. Like, oh wait, we were here first. You guys came later. We're the best just for that reason. So you're gonna get, I think, a little bit of funness there. But what would be really great to see would be do you remember when AKBingo, they used to do the Vegas competition?
Oh, yeah,
where,
yeah.
AK Vegas,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, AK Vegas, and then at the very beginning, what did they always do? They had two girls pit off and insult each other.
Yeah, basically,
Like-
yeah, promo, yeah.
Right.
They could do that for 10 minutes straight, and it would be hysterical to see the girls get all nose to nose, and just get in each other's faces, because the Nogi girls are so gentle and cute, and then you have AKB, they're rowdy children, and so you get them in that room, it's gonna get chaotic if they do that.
Honestly,
I'd love to
let's
see it.
take it a step further. Let's make it an entire episode of a roast. Just the two sides that are winning.
Oh,
One
yeah.
and the bad
Oh, my
narrator
God.
just
Good.
roasting.
That's good.
Just-
That's
and
good.
In
Mio was
that
brilliant for
case,
that.
give Meow the mic. Give
Yeah,
Meow the mic.
exactly.
Give Meow the mic.
I remember
Yeah.
them doing something like that where it was like AKB versus SK or AKB versus NMB, where they just
Yeah.
literally put them in a cage in a ring,
They
like
did.
a wrestling ring
Yeah,
with
they
a
did.
cage
Yeah, they
around
did.
them,
Yeah.
and had them roast each other. In
that was
NMB's case, it kind of
amazing.
devolved into them like making weird faces at each other and ending with Nichan groping Sayane's boobs.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that.
That was
She
one of the
wants it.
best things I've ever seen in my life was that,
That was
episode. I know exactly what you're talking
amazing.
about. I was laughing to the point of tears in my eyes because it was so Drina is so good in those situations. They're all good, but like it was like mic drop, it was amazing. Like they
Not
need
just
that.
Mike drop, Mike throw. Like they just
Mic
like
drop,
Yeah.
that's right. They did like boom.
Small explosion happens for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, most of all, just make the rivalry go wild. Don't let it be like
Yeah,
a
that'd be great.
friendly
Yeah.
thing, like, oh, you're great, but I'm really sorry to be saying this, but like, no mercy. Just
No.
Yeah.
like even as far as like our girls have bigger boobs than yours. Just
It would be really great if like Sayaka Akimoto came back and then the Nogi girls
Oh.
just roasted her
God.
for like 20 minutes about being a gorilla, and
Yeah,
then she would just be
basically.
like, I give up, just leave. Because you remember
Right.
every single time
Yeah.
she got roasted all the time. Like even it wasn't
Every
about
time.
her. Even it wasn't about her. They'd somehow steer it over to either poor Sayaka or poor Takamina. It was one or the other.
Oh,
They
yeah,
always
yeah,
got
yeah,
roasted
yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah.
No reason. Just because they're easy.
Well, that's actually a really good strategy. Like you pick one member to focus on, and if
It
they
just-
get angry and they leave, the opposite side just loses. They are a man down.
Will be fun.
That'd be great.
Oh, that would be great. Oh my God.
So who has more to say about this whole AKB versus Nogizaka
But
thing?
I think we should put on the tinfoil hat and think who would MC such a show.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
We need
Owen
to
has
Who
come
would?
back recently, quite a lot, doing a bunch of different things. Who we
Hmm.
all love and adore, at least all of us who have watched AK Bingo since the dawn of time.
Yeah, basically.
Why
Bad Boys.
shouldn't it be a hint that for this type of show, they would bring back the bad boys to MC it?
That
To keep giving us that.
Well, take it a step further. Bad Boys versus Banana Man. Like that would be
Yeah.
so much
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
yeah.
Can you
That's a good one.
imagine
Yeah, that's a good one.
That like make an MC battle too. Like I mean, just go
Yes.
all in.
That would be fun.
That'd be great.
That
And
would be great, yeah.
just have them MCs be really protective of the girls. There's like
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like our girls are definitely capable of this. It's expected for your girls to get a bit scared. Then you with this, then you lose to this. Then
Yeah, true.
Be great.
Yeah.
Boys would be awesome.
Mhm.
I do think
Exactly.
that Muramoto would also be a good fit for it.
Oh,
Um,
he's so
yeah,
good for this
he would
kind of
really
thing.
love that.
I would say, yeah.
Mm.
But
And of course, there is also a possibility that I have been thinking for a long time. Like, I really wish one of these idol shows would get in a female MC, because it's like we all know fans
Very
get jealous.
interesting.
You mean
of
like
all the
Ogwa?
guys near their girls.
Oh, you
All the
mean-
guys.
okay.
So why put a guy near the girls? Just put a girl there. Just have a female
Mm.
MC. Of course, but
Who,
then
though?
again, with this kind of a show, might not work as well. But
Actually, I know one MC that might work, and that is Okubo. She used to do
Yeah.
the
Okubo.
SKB.
I was just
Yes.
gonna say
She would
Yes.
definitely do
Okubo would be
this.
great.
Yes.
She'd be
Yeah.
good. She'd be fun. But I can't think of anybody else other than Okubo, unfortunately.
exactly.
Yeah.
She needs someone as
unless
well,
she
yeah.
maybe like a
But-
former member, like Yuko. If Yuko Oshima came
Yes.
back as an MC, that would
Yeah.
be great.
yes,
oh,
You know.
that would be interesting, because with a female MC, I feel like the girls might also be closer to them and feel more comfortable, totally roasting them back, which
True.
could also
True.
add a really interesting dynamic.
Definitely.
And talking about AKB shows, we also have the next lineup for AKBingo NEO revealed. I'll read out the names for everybody. We have Murayama Yuri, Okada Nana, who would have thought? We have Hashimoto,
Nah.
yeah. Hashimoto Haruna, Shita Miyu, Oguri Yui, Otaka Hitomi, Ma Chialing, Okaberin, Yoshikawa Nanase, Yamauchi Mizuki, Yokoyama Yui, Mukai Chimion, Utada Hatsuka, Ishiwata Sena, Fukuoka Seina, and last, and for me, definitely one of my favorites, Sato Minami, which, great stuff. Get the newer girls in there fighting. And
interesting lineup.
It's a good line, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strong lineup, definitely. And it'll be interesting to see, how
Mm.
this is the second lineup now, right? How
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
two,
Yeah.
how it works out. Will it be, the same, just the pure nostalgia that they had for episode one? Or will they, try to go like once again, we're AKBingo NEO now. NEO, focus on the NEO with this
Yeah.
new.
True.
Just, give us still the good stuff, but, make it newer.
Yeah.
That's what I
Exactly.
want.
No,
We
for
can hope.
me, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I'm actually curious how they're going to go with it for me or not. Because you can't always build on the nostalgia factor. You have to innovate with new type of games, new type of segments, or yeah, basically. So it's more like I'm curious how they're going to do it. And from some members, I'm curious if they're going to be themselves or if they're going to be some sort of alter ego because I know from Yoshikawa Nanase in a Team 8 program that used to be emceed by Audrey, she had this Gyaru type character which I really liked, Nachopa. And if she's going to do that alter ego in AKB Neo, that I think not many people know about this alter ego Yoshikawa Nanase yet. And so there are many more different members that might have something else in their repertoire, I would say. So I'm curious how it will work out. I just hope they have some influence on how they want to present themselves, basically. So I'm curious
Yeah.
and looking forward to it.
Yeah, and with this, I also want to add, like, just make a Yuna double center. Just look at the lineup for the second, for the second episode in a row. Yuri and Nana are the top two. Just everybody wants a Yuna double center. I don't know of anybody who would go like, "Why are you doing this? Just please make it happen." Yeah. So, any more opinions on this lineup of AKBingo Neo and what you hope for the second episode?
Shokugeki Shogi, please. I don't care
Oh yeah.
if you're
Oh
doing
yes.
this,
Oh,
but
Shoji
one
Shogi would
game,
be awesome.
one game
Yeah,
of
bring it back. Bring it back.
Mm.
Yeah.
It would be so much fun to do that kind of roasting again.
Mm.
Well, this
Mm.
makes me actually think like what could be a really interesting idea is if they get the new show and AKBingo Neo, and AKBingo Neo is just focuses on the full nostalgia. It's like just everything nostalgia, and then they have a new show that is, the new stuff, which could also be a really interesting dynamic, which could also really work with the AKBingo Neo way of, picking the members because it's like, it's not the main show anymore basically, but it's like if a member really wants to experience how the things were in the olden days, they can go to
Mm.
AKBingo Neo.
Mm.
Mm.
If
Yeah.
you want to eat bugs, then go for it.
Oh god, yeah.
Right?
Let's bring that back.
Honestly,
Yes.
they could also turn it into like not quite, but kind of like a fear factor like thing. It's like, if a member
Oh
wants to
yeah.
Oh
prove
god,
herself
yeah. Oh god.
worthy, she's going to go on AKBingo
That would
Neo
work.
to prove she has, made of the right stuff to make it in AKB.
Just dress up like the girl from the ring and go and mess with people in the cafeteria
Yep.
to
Oh yeah.
test your
All
courage.
that. All that good stuff.
Takumine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do we have any more topics we had to talk about? Oh, I would like to add to all the BNK fans who might be watching this, we aren't planning on talking about the BNK song quite yet. We are waiting for the music video to come out, so we will be talking about it in the next episode. So, yeah.
And hopefully the same with NMB. I mean, that would be awesome just
Oh
to
yeah,
have
Yeah.
Yes,
these
Mm.
hopefully.
anticipated, Look forward to that.
Well, definitely.
maybe
And
even
that's it.
maybe.
Maybe. And for the last topic of today, there was this one music video Derek really wanted to talk about, and I'm sorry, I don't know the title. I can't read Japanese.
It's okay. It's very easy. No, so like yeah, it's a little bit off what we've been talking about, but in a way it kind of fits because you want to talk about passion. So there's this group called Shihatsu-machi Underground, and they're kind of like the underground darlings at the moment. They're the idol group. Like if you're an idol, you watch them, and because like you want to see perfection personified. And it's three girls, and I had the chance to see them perform this past weekend. They were performing at a Seitansai Live for Moe-chan, who was in my documentary. She's in the group Kiss Hug Extreme. And it was Moe-chan Seitansai, and she really likes Shihatsu-machi Underground. And so they performed. I've seen Shihatsu a bunch of times, but I don't know. I hadn't seen them in a long time. And they have this one song. It's called Frustration. and that's what the katakana is. It's frustration, and the song is probably their biggest song. It's like their number one song. Like if you go watch Shihatsu-machi, you're probably, I think as a foreigner, it's the most easily accessible song because it's written almost like a foreign song in the sense like it doesn't even feel like an idol song in a way. It feels very much like a real song.
Yeah, it felt more raw, It didn't feel like idol like for the couple of times I've listened to it. And for some reason it also sounded familiar, but I couldn't quite place it on what song, but it felt like it was catered to the foreigner, I would say.
Yeah, I want to say it's been in some CMs or something. Like it's a really famous song considering how underground they are. But everybody loves Shihatsu-machi. Like when they came out to perform, like literally I'm in the balcony of the venue where all the staff and idols kind of hang out, and everybody came out to watch. And it's like dead silence, and not that it's not dead silent most of the time when there's performances, but like occasionally you'll get managers talking, like nobody, like everybody was glued to that stage. And what was so amazing was the one girl, the leader, Murata, her hair was like dead purple, I think. She came out and she was on a little stool, and I've never seen her do this before, and I don't really think it's part of their choreo. And she was sitting there. I'm thinking, oh, is her leg messed up? Because a lot of times if idols' legs are messed up, they'll use a stool and they'll sit there and they'll perform even like that. And she was like sitting on that, and the song starts, and the song basically keeps building and building to this chorus, and it's this big build. And like when that chorus kicked in, and it's easily one of the greatest choruses ever written by any human being on this planet. Like I'm giving it that much praise. Like it's so simple, but the reason why it's so great is because of its simplicity. You'll never forget it. The second you hear it, you'll remember it the rest of your life. And like she stood up, and as she stood up, she like back kicked the chair or the stool. The stool went flying backwards into the back of the stage wall and just landed perfectly on the side. And she just jumped up, and it was just this like moment of exhilaration. Because number one, she could have hit one of the other members with that kick. She could have hit that back wall, and it could have ricocheted, came back. It was just like perfect. It was a perfect choreo moment, and it's to be expected from them. They're perfect. They don't mess up. Like they're one of those idol groups. If they mess up, it's rare. And so like they just put on like one hell of a show. And I'm just thinking, like, again, I've seen them before, but this was the first time like I like had focused on them, and I was just like completely blown away because their passion was so insane. But that song is just, it's killer. What's up?
Let's talk about the music video because I really like the concept for the music video. It's like sexy but gritty, I would say. It's like, I would almost describe it like, the night after, the morning after, basically. Or, just, very clearly something sexy went on. Now it's, really gritty and something is bad now. And I really like that. It's like the kind of a concept I really hope Sakura would do. Because when they went,
couldn't you feel that? Yeah, I could feel that same thing. That's so weird you said that.
With Keyaki, it's like they were still girls, like this kind of sexy concept wouldn't work for them. But now that they are Sakurazaka, I can really see them doing it, to be honest.
Oh, totally. And what's interesting... Oh, God, sorry.
No, you talk.
Oh, so I was gonna say, like, the other thing is too is they hired an actress to play in this. The main girl, like the one that's on the bed, and basically we're following her story. Her name is Satsuki Maue. She played a role in the movie Dawn of the Felines, and so she's moderately famous in Japan. Like she's got her following, but she's beautiful, and like her face told that story of that song, and I just thought it was so great. And I kept thinking, like, there's so many things that AKB could pull just from that song. Even though, again, like, I'm not talking like structurally and musically wise, passion wise. Those girls, there's only 3 of them, and I felt like I was watching an army of raw girl power in front of me, just destroying it on the stage. And I gotta be honest, watching the lead girl, I think her name's Murata. Murata-san, like, for her to like back kick that stool, that isn't easy. Like, let alone their dance choreo. You gotta like watch the live performance of Frustration sometime. That choreo is not easy. But for her to add into that, I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, how do you do that? So
And I'd like to add on this topic of passion. It's like what I really want to see in idols. It's like I am going to. It doesn't even matter what kind of concept they have, whether it's a cute concept, whether it's a badass concept, whatever it is. I want to see and feel that I am going to go up on that stage and I'm going to perform, and nobody can stop me from doing it.
right.
And I think it was in the Keyakizaka documentary, Koike Minami said that in that moment, I felt like I didn't care if everybody watching me hated me in that moment. I was going to do this. And
She did such a good job too.
Yeah, and that's the kind of a feeling I want. What does everybody else think now that me and Derek have babbled on for a while?
Let me just say,
I
I definitely want to see that performance and that music video because I definitely want to see the song.
Yeah.
From what you guys have said, this sounds amazing, and I really want to see it for myself.
I'll send you a link. Yeah.
No, when I saw the video, I felt like when the actress was shown up in the opening shot, I was like,
Satsuki.
yeah, Satsuki. I was like, I don't know what to expect from this song. And then to have the music hit hard, I was like, it threw me off because I thought it was more like more of a sexy style song, but it was rough, it felt raw, and it was really enjoyable. And I still can place the song it's similar to, but overall I quite enjoyed it, and it was so unexpected, and the amount of energy that came from just the video was like insane. I was like, whoa, what the? And it's only those girls. It's like some of the major groups I would say can learn a lot from them. So all in all, I think all in all, I really liked it. I really liked it. So
yeah, Mette, Colin, do you have anything to say on this topic, or should we finish this up?
I really enjoyed, especially putting the songs and just the actual video. The actress, she was amazing, and the storytelling in this MV was really cool. I really love, the last couple of seconds when she's walking down the streets and so smiling.
yeah,
That was so good. And song was enjoyable, but it was an interesting watch. I wouldn't have found it on my own, so I'm happy you shared it.
Colin, any thoughts or
Thoughts?
this is expected. So okay, let's finish this up now. So let's finish with recommendations. I'm gonna start it off and say my boys EXO in K-pop, they are having a comeback with the 6 members. 2 of them recently returned from the military, and 2 of the members who are still in the comeback have already left the military. Before the song even gets released. But I'm happy they managed to film it all. I am so excited. They are filming. They have filmed a variety show for it, and I am so hyped. And look forward to it. So, Mette, what do you have to recommend?
I wonder what's coming out on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. It might be this MV from a group, ENK. It's called Dia, and there was a teaser release today, and the MV is out on Wednesday. The song is out already, so you can listen to it. It's on like Spotify, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to music, and I recommend checking it out. It's a very cheerful BNK song. I think that's the best way to tease it for people who haven't heard it and are waiting for the MV. It's cheerful and colorful that you can see from images. So please check that out and keep watching the CGM show that is on YouTube because CGM are adorable. And I think the best. I got my greeting you online videos this week from CGM members. I have this cute video of Milk and JJ just saying cute things to me, and I sent it to Maria. We just going to each other, just going, "Oh, they're so small, they're so cute." CGM. So support them and watch the MV, share it, like it, and remember the TikTok competition for the Asia Festival. I think it's ending soon. So vote or comment for your girl.
Yeah. Okay, Colin.
Minegishi Minami's concert was absolutely fantastic.
watch it.
It's
It
unbelievable.
was so much fun.
So good.
That
the
dress.
first half was pretty good,
Yeah.
but then the second half came, and maybe no sleeves return. Kojo Haru, Takamina. I think that was maybe before the second half, but that was just fun. Of course, I wanted them there at the least out of everyone, but I got everyone, everyone. Pretty much
Everyone came back.
Yeah.
Except one person, arguably, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Acha, because Acha was very busy and she regretted not coming. But damn, who she got. Everyone. That was so awesome. Akimoto, Miyazawa-sai, Kasai Kitarie, Sashi was even there. Mariko came. That was awesome with her kid backstage. She had
Her kid
video
was
on her
backstage, yeah.
YouTube channel. That was really adorable. Itano, that was awesome. And Yuko.
Yeah.
Yuko.
Oh, that was great.
Yep.
That was great. I did not know. Well, first there was another fake out where they played heavy rotation. So there was Mariko with Urekara Mariko, Itano the ponytail and Suju, and then heavy rotation came. Oh, it's Mion. Oh, okay. I thought, no Yuko. That's unfortunate. But no, it was a fake out, and there was Yuko.
Yep.
But then it turns out she was already there during an earlier performance from Love Shugyo, and she was just running around, and no one knew, and they even showed the footage.
Oh, wow.
Did
Yep.
you see she was there? That was so much fun. It was like Yuko never left. Still the same person.
Yep.
Just a lot of fun. It was great. Michan looked gorgeous in her graduation dress. Really loved it. Very heavy to move in.
Yep.
That wasn't the best mobility-wise, but it looked great. She was fantastic. The concert was just terrific to watch. It for me, it made up for the time that for the year and a half that we did not have any concert. It was awesome. Everyone brought their A game. It was such a fun concert. I'm probably gonna watch it a second time if I have the time this weekend because it just was fantastic. Absolutely recommend it.
Yes. So DX, your recommendation.
I would say go watch the Team 8 concert as well because alongside with the return of Honda Hitomi, the rest of the concert was top notch as well. So
also fun.
That's one I wholeheartedly recommend. And another thing I would recommend is go watch Shinoda Mariko's video on backstage she made the video backstage at Michan's graduation concert, and those are always fun to watch as well. So those are my two recommendations basically.
Okay. Derek?
You can go with Yuka or Ruka. I will go last.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I guess a quick plug for over on our channel with NoAKBNoLife. I've been doing a couple of new reactions. Recently, Steve has been recommending a couple of WAC group music videos for me to watch. So I recently saw a video for Go to the Beds, one of the groups that split off from Gang Parade that we mentioned earlier. It's their song Okay, and I really liked that song and that music video. The whole concept being like, this one girl, this actress, she was like watching the girls perform on a music show basically and getting encouragement from them like they were singing to her. So that was really cool and I really liked that song. And I've also been doing some reactions to 17 because I've heard some of their songs in the past and I'm like, well, I don't really follow this group, but I like what I've heard so far. So I thought I'd check out a couple of their music videos. And
17 is
it's
one of
just
my
been a lot of
favorite
fun.
groups. 17 is one of seriously.
Yeah, I thought you would like it.
I love them. Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'd say go check that out. And one more recommendation I have for you guys to check out is this K-pop girl group that I've been following called Pixie. They recently had their this is their first comeback actually earlier last week. It's Let Me Know is the name of the title track for their first mini album, and it is really good. So I think you guys would really like that. It's kind of this cool, kind of putting their own little twist on this sort of badass girl crush kind of darker concept. And they're just so cool, and it's really amazing to see. It just blows me away. They can just be like so powerful. Pixie. P-Y-X. Oh no, P-I-X-Y, Pixie. Like this, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, their song Let Me Know. The music video came out for it last week, and yeah, I'd say definitely check it out.
Yeah. And then Derek, what do you have?
Right. So have just a few things. So first I have to echo what Colin said. I was lucky enough to see some of like a lot of the little. They put a bunch of clips on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
which is great. And I saw Michan do beginner,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was just blown away. She embodied Achan so beautifully, but at the same time, like it was their own song. They did like a cool little dance thing with it. They variated the song a lot. It was really creative and beautiful, but that was easily one of, I think, the best performance I've seen anybody in AKB do in a long time. I know it might sound weird. It was fun. I mean, it was fun to see all the members, the old members coming. Tomo-chan was really fun to watch her do ponytail, and everything. That was really cute. Michan was like, "Are you okay? Like, is everything all right? You're pregnant, hi, But it was
Yeah.
just like, it was just, to me, beginner. Just, I don't know. That was amazing. So that was definitely a good highlight as well. Tomorrow, June 2nd, at 3 p.m. Japan Standard Time, the idol I produce, Miho, she is having an online checky session. The last time we did an online checky session, she had gotten over 200 plus tickets sold, and we went for nearly 14 hours. Me and her sat here, and she signed 200 plus checky tickets. Yeah, it was
Wow.
almost about
Poor
13
hand.
hours and sorry.
I feel bad for her hand.
Yeah,
Right.
everybody did.
That makes
Everybody
sense.
was worried. But she had no problem with it. I don't know. Like, she's a trooper, and that was so much fun. I mean, by the end of it, me and her were both delirious, and we couldn't understand each other anymore. And I think we just evolved into making animal noises,
Oh
and like
wow.
it got real meta and surreal. But like, because we had no sleep, but like, it was a lot of fun. So tomorrow, expect more of the same, I think. Miho has a special costume prepared. I'll give you one hint. If you like American horror films, you'll definitely like what she's gonna do. It's not
Ooh.
her style, so I thought it was a cool challenge that she's giving herself. She left some hints on her Twitter about it, but so she's gonna do that as a theme. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. You can still buy Checky tickets at Idol Underworld. They're only 1,000 yen. So she's sold about 70 right now, so we're a little on the low side. I'd like her to get at least 100, because that's like, she's never gotten less than 100 any checky sessions. So it would be nice to at least stay at that level. But yeah, anybody's welcome to join. It'll be on my official YouTube channel. And usually what I do is when you buy the ticket, I'll eventually give you an email and say where to go, and then you guys just join in. You can chat. I'll translate as best I can. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So please, if you have time, join us. We'd love to have you.
And I would also like to add one thing to finish it off. Like last time, we had a bit of talk about Eurovision. Eurovision is over. And I would like to recommend. I have been annoying Mette constantly about Tix, a Norwegian singer, because I am in goddamn love.
Yes.
So many
Like,
messages.
I would not shut up about him. It's at least, at least 100 a day about Tix.
Wow.
Like, and everybody check out the Eurovision winners, Italy with Måneskin. It's an absolutely wonderful song. So yeah, and I think this will be it for today. Everybody watching, if you made it this far, don't forget to like the video and comment down below. Commenting will help us a lot. Just, tell us your thoughts about everything we talked about, what you wish we would talk about in the future episodes, and I hope everybody watching has a very, very nice day. That's it. Goodbye.
Ah,
Bye
Bye
bye.
everyone.
Bye.
MMB, BNK, MV hype, lots of letters.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Derek's dancing with
Bye,
the
Sloth.
sloth.